Hey everyone, Big John here, and this is a very special video. Normally I don't do this on a Sunday, but the D23 Expo just finished up. It's perhaps its most highly anticipated panel of the entire weekend. That, of course, being the parks panel, where Disney Parks Chairman Josh D'Amaro, who in my opinion should be the new chairman of the company, had announced all the big projects and huge surprises that are on their way to the parks. And they even thrown in some blue sky ideas that have not yet been confirmed nor denied. And boy, do we have a lot to start with. I'm going to go, keep in mind, I'm going to go in the order in which all of these were announced. So the entire panel started with Jordan Fisher belting out the iconic Happily Ever After song of the hit Magic Kingdom fireworks show, of course, Happily Ever After. And right after that, Josh D'Amaro said, yeah, Happily Ever After is coming back next year. I said to myself, my inspiration Mike is probably going crazy over this. And he said, and I quote, we were screaming all the way around the house. And I was too. I was like, oh, yes. So, good to have that show coming back now. Also, Disneyland Paris is currently celebrating its 30th anniversary. It's going to have a whole bunch of stuff, including a brand new Pixar show for the Walt Disney Studios Park. So that should be interesting. And then we went straight to something that made my jaw drop. When Mando and Grogu came on stage, I was like, and when D'Amaro and Jon Favreau announced that The Mandalorian is coming to the parks. They said starting in November, he's coming to Disneyland. So, that makes me wonder, will he ever come to Walt Disney World? If it's a success, I think so. And believe me, I have a feeling it will be a definite success. And while we're talking about highly anticipated characters coming to the park, then when Josh brought out Kevin Feige, the Hulk literally broke through the wall. And then they said, yep, the Hulk is going to be coming to Avengers Campus for meet and greets. And I think that's pretty cool, wearing his Endgame outfit. And on Friday, Bob Chapek, someone who we normally don't talk about on this channel, said that there will be another attraction coming to Avengers Campus to join alongside Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout and Web Slingers' Spider-Man Adventure. And today, they officially announced a multiverse attraction coming to Avengers Campus. Now, of course, earlier this year, Kevin Feige announced the multiverse movies and series coming to Disney+. But this new attraction will feature your favorite heroes fighting alongside other heroes from other dimensions and villains from other dimensions as they fight off King Thanos. A Thanos that actually won. So, this should be an interesting ride. I'm sure a lot of people didn't see this coming. And here, another thing at California Adventure that nobody saw coming, Pacific Wharf at Disney's California Adventure is getting reimagined and rethemed to Big Hero 6. That's right. San Francisco is coming to Anaheim. And that's pretty cool because you can meet Baymax, try some food, and have explore what this has to offer, and I hope that when this land opens, they have Fall Out Boy or D Capella performing Immortals from the movie. It has to happen. No ifs, ands, or buts. Disney, are you hearing me? Also, many of you have heard that the Paradise Pier Hotel at the Disneyland Resort is getting a re-theme to the art of Pixar, and today they officially announced that this hotel will be renamed Pixar Place. So you still get the double P in the hotel title. This is good. I stayed at Paradise Pier Hotel back in 2009. And, of course, some of you may know that we're planning a California trip this coming April. And we don't know where we're staying yet when we go to Disneyland. But obviously that hotel will probably not be ready yet. So, we'll see. We'll see. Also, we got more details of Disneyland's version of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway that will be opening with the reimagined Toontown early next year. And I have to say, with their El Capitan Theater, I think Disneyland has a better queue for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway than Disney's Hollywood Studios does. Because you actually get more of Mickey in the queue line rather than posters of the Mickey cartoon shorts on the screens in the Chinese theater. I'm just saying. Just looking at the art designs, I think Disneyland has Hollywood Studios beat on that one. Just saying. But that's not the only thing that's going to be part of Toontown. Gadget's Go Coaster will be renamed Chip 'n Dale's Gadget Coaster. There will be an interactive garden in front of Goofy's house, and Donald's boat will be back and better than ever. So that's Toontown. So we got more details about Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which will be replacing Splash Mountain at both the Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. So it's going to feature an original story, and it's going to have some original characters. And surprisingly, I was expecting maybe Dr. Facilier appearing in this ride, but after today, I don't. They did not mention him at all. Oh well, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. Of course, they have to put some good music in the ride. Of course, like I've said months ago, am I going to miss Splash Mountain? Yes. But am I going to be looking forward to this ride? Yes. Also, something that Disneyland is getting along with this ride that the Magic Kingdom isn't is Tiana'S Restaurant. And what I've heard from other people is that it might be replacing the French Market area in New Orleans Square. But who knows? Maybe it'll be in a different part. Maybe it'll be in the Blue Bayou. Maybe not. Who knows? So we'll get back to Disneyland in just a minute. So now, all the way down to Walt Disney World, they talked about the Journey of Water, the Moana themed area, along with the rest of World Celebration, and of course the Walt the Dreamer statue, which I think is going to be the new icon of the park, in my opinion. That will all be opening to the public in late 2023. So hopefully by this time next year, we get to see this beautiful area of Epcot, which was once a huge fountain and a Starbucks and the electric umbrella. So, now over And I got really excited when Tomorrow announced this. So back in the day, Figment used to be a walk-around, meet-and-greet character. It's happening again. Figment is having more meet-and-greet eats coming back. But that's all they said about Journey to Imagination. So we have no idea if we're ever going to see something new in Journey to Imagination. You never know with Disney. You just never know. Now, with the 100 Years of Wonder coming up for the Walt Disney Company next year, kicking off on Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, there's going to be a whole lot of stuff coming to the parks. So starting at Epcot, they're going to replace Harmonious with a 100 Years of Wonder nighttime spectacular, which I think is pretty cool. I have yet to see Harmonious for myself, and I have to be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing this 100 Years of Wonder show more than my first time seeing Harmonious. I'm putting the bar way up there on that, and I hope I put it in the right place. Now, hats off to them. Speaking of hats, a classic Disneyland favorite from the Haunted Mansion is finally making his way to the Haunted Mansion in Florida. That's right, they announced Hatbox Ghost is coming to the Magic Kingdom's Haunted Mansion. I think this was long overdue since 2015 when they put it in Disneyland's Haunted Mansion. I was thinking, who knows, maybe we will get this in the Magic Kingdom, and it's finally going to happen. Hatbox Ghost is coming to Walt Disney World. We don't know when, but I cannot wait to see it for myself. And of course, like I said, I'll be going to Disneyland, and I can't wait to actually see their Hatbox Ghost up close and personal for the very first time. That is going to be great. Now, going back to the Magic Kingdom, they talked a bit about Tron. Josh D'Amaro shared a video of him and other Imagineers riding the attraction, testing it out. I was really hoping for an actual opening date for this ride. I was hoping for something closer than what they're aiming for. Spring 2023 is when Tron is expected to open. Now, if you don't know, spring obviously means somewhere between February and May. Or June. Seasons are crazy in Florida. Now, out of the dry land and onto the sea, Disney Cruise Line has announced the 6th ship in its fleet, the Disney Treasure, which I think is a pretty cool name because going to sea, looking for treasure, pretty creative. And when Josh D'Amaro announced this next part, I immediately thought of this phrase: "The Disney Wonder is going down under." That's right, the Disney Wonder, the second ship in the fleet, will be doing its first ever voyages to Australia and New Zealand, which I think is pretty cool. And now work has also begun on Lighthouse Point, which is going to be Disney's second island in the Caribbean. I think this is going to be an extension of what people already experience at Castaway Cay, because now that there are more Disney cruise ships, you're going to need more space for people. So I think Lighthouse Point is the perfect step in that direction, and I can't wait to see what it actually looks like. Now over to Shanghai. They gave us new details of the Zootopia Land, the first ever Zootopia Land in a Disney park, which I think is cool. They showed some testing of an audio animatronic for one of the police officers. I forgot what his name was, but it looked pretty awesome. And glad to see some of this coming to a Disney park, because the more original stuff coming to the parks, the better. Now, Hong Kong is going to be getting a statue, which I think is pretty cool. It's a statue of Walt and Mickey sitting on a bench right near the Castle of an Enchanted Dreams, which is their castle. I think this is awesome, because any statue that has Walt and Mickey in it is a pretty dang cool statue. Now, of course, they talked about the 3 Frozen themed lands that are coming to Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Paris. And that is going to be pretty cool. And especially this Wandering Oaken sleds coaster. That looks pretty awesome. It's kind of like a Frozen themed version of the mine train at the Magic Kingdom, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, there's going to be a new promenade at Walt Disney Studios Park in Paris, which will lead you to some of the new stuff that they're currently working on. And one of the things that they're currently working on is a new Tangled attraction, which I think kind of looks like a carousel, perhaps. But I don't really know for sure. Could be a carousel, could be like a teacup thing. I don't really know. I cannot wait to see what this one looks like. I think, because it looks like a cute kiddie ride for both, for the young and the young at heart. Now, of course, the Frozen themed land that's going to be coming to Tokyo is going to be part of their new Fantasy Springs, which will feature not only the worlds of Frozen, but Tangled and Peter Pan. I think that's going to be a pretty awesome area. And also, crossing the street over to Tokyo Disneyland they're going to be completely transforming Space Mountain, or at least the outside of it. And I think, since Space Mountain is iconic at every Disney park except for Shanghai, because they have Tron, I think this is necessary. I don't see this coming to any of the U.S. parks, but props to Tokyo, even though they've banned vlogging. I'm disappointed in you, Tokyo. Very disappointed. Now, not only did they confirm some ideas, but they also gave us some what ifs with some concept art along with these what ifs. Now, like I said before, these have not been confirmed nor denied. Tomorrow and those other people on stage were just throwing these ideas out there. Starting with... Cut! What? I'm busy filming. Ignore him. Where was I? Oh, yes. The concept art for either a Zootopia or a Moana coming to Animal Kingdom. Now, this has to happen, especially in the Dino Land area. If you watched the show yesterday, you remember that we did that I think something new coming to Dino Land was my number 1 in the top 5. And we went over everything new. That was when we went over our predictions, and I can't wait for this. I know this hasn't really been confirmed yet, but it has to be confirmed. They also talked about a what if for the Magic Kingdom. Like, what if beyond Big Thunder Mountain, they put a land for Coco and Encanto? What if we ride those winged dogs that we see in Coco, And what if we explored the Magicals, or however you say their last name, their house in Encanto? And what if beyond that is a villain's kingdom, which has been highly talked about for many, many years? Guests have been demanding that they bring a villain's area to the parks. And no, the new Villains Lounge at Bay Lake Tower doesn't count. So that's just concept art. So it's not really been confirmed. It's just an idea. An idea that many people, I think, are already hooked on. Now to wrap this up, we go back to California, where they said Disneyland will be the center stage of this 100 Years of Wonder celebration. It's going to feature a whole lot of platinum stuff all over the park, and the return of the Magic Happens parade. And I hope that it comes back when I get there, because it's awesome. I've seen videos of it, and I want to see this parade for myself. Not only that, but Disneyland Resort will also be getting 2 new nighttime spectaculars. The first one being World of Color 1 at Disney's California Adventure, which goes from the beginning of Walt Disney Animation all the way up to today. And the second one being Wondrous Journeys at Disneyland, where they go through the scenes projecting the 60 animated films of Walt Disney Productions. Walt Disney Animation. So, with all this on the table, I think it's safe to say that all these ideas are looking perfect. Even the yet to be confirmed things that have been talked about. I think in 2 years' time, when we're back here again, we'll hear even more about some of the stuff that has yet to open. We could very well hear about some confirmations of this whole blue sky stuff, and I am looking forward to all this new stuff. I cannot wait to see some of this stuff for myself. I am very excited for everything to come. Walt once said Disneyland will never be completed as long as there is imagination left in the world. And friends, I'll tell you, with everything that was talked about today, I think we still have a little bit of imagination left in us. So as always, let me know in the comments if you watched the Parks panel and what you are looking forward to the most. And of course, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And tap the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse be with you.